Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we're diving deep into a car that isn't just a piece of machinery, but a true icon of automotive history, the Volkswagen Beetle 1941. This car is more than just steel, paint, and wheels. It is a story of design, culture, and global recognition that still resonates today. Many people know the Beetle for its unique charm, but when we trace its roots back to the early 1940s, especially the 1941 model, we find a car that truly set the stage for decades of success. Let's start with its exterior, because that is the very first thing people remember when they think of a Beetle. At the front, the 1941 Beetle carried that unmistakable rounded bonnet that looks almost like a smiling face, flanked by two large circular headlights that give the car its signature friendly character. Unlike many cars of the time that were sharp and boxy, the Beetle's front design stood out as smooth, aerodynamic, and almost futuristic for its era. The chrome details were minimal but effective, highlighting simplicity rather than excess. The side profile continues this design language, with a curved roofline that flows seamlessly from front to rear. The fenders arch proudly over the wheels, adding to its rounded silhouette, and the two-door structure gives it a compact yet practical stance. At the back, the car's design is equally distinctive. The rear engine compartment is small and functional, with early versions featuring small split windows, which later became one of the most iconic identifiers of early Beetles. Its back end is simple but timeless, with minimal trim and lights designed for functionality, not flashiness, and yet it has aged beautifully. Moving into the interior, the 1941 Beetle was not about luxury. It was about practicality and reliability. The cabin is minimal, with a very straightforward dashboard. A simple speedometer sits in the center, and the rest of the controls are kept uncluttered, staying true to the concept of an affordable people's car. The seats were basic but surprisingly comfortable for their time, offering enough cushioning to handle long drives. Space-wise, the Beetle was compact, but the clever design gave passengers a decent amount of headroom thanks to that high, curved roofline. The back seats could fit passengers, though with limited legroom, making them more suited for short trips. Overall, the interior reflected the purpose of the car: simplicity, durability, and efficiency. Now let's talk performance, because this is where the Beetle's reputation really comes alive. The 1941 Volkswagen Beetle was powered by an air-cooled, four-cylinder rear-mounted engine. It wasn't a powerhouse by any means, producing modest horsepower, but what made it special was its reliability and efficiency. This car could handle rough roads, long distances, and minimal maintenance better than many of its contemporaries. The rear engine layout gave it decent traction, making it more capable in poor driving conditions than you'd expect. Driving the Beetle was never about speed or raw performance, but about consistent dependability. It was lightweight, easy to handle, and could take you from point A to point B without drama. The simplicity of its engineering also made it easy for owners to maintain, which was one of the reasons it became such a global success. When we talk about pricing, back in the early 1940s, the Beetle was designed to be affordable for the average family. That was the whole point, to create a car for the people. Adjusted for inflation today, the price seems shockingly low compared to modern cars. But at that time, it was exactly what was needed, making personal car ownership more accessible than ever. Of course, today the story is very different. A 1941 Beetle is now a classic collector's item. Depending on condition, originality, and restoration, the value can range from tens of thousands to even higher for rare, well-preserved examples. For enthusiasts, it's not just about owning a car, it's about holding a piece of history. As for suggestions, if you're looking at the Volkswagen Beetle 1941 today, it's not going to be your daily driver. Instead, it's a car that appeals to collectors, vintage enthusiasts, and those who love the nostalgia of a time when cars were built with simplicity and charm. If you're considering buying one, pay attention to the condition of the bodywork, as rust can be a major issue on older Beetles. Also, make sure the engine and transmission are in good working order, though thankfully, parts are relatively easy to source due to the Beetle's massive popularity over the years. If you're restoring one, staying as original as possible will always preserve its value. To wrap things up, the Volkswagen Beetle 1941 is more than just an old car. It represents the beginning of one of the most successful and recognizable car models in history. With its charming design, simple interior, reliable performance, and cultural impact, it remains a symbol of automotive history. Whether you admire it for its engineering, its unique look, or the memories it brings back, the Beetle continues to hold a special place in the hearts of car enthusiasts worldwide. Thank you for watching this detailed review of the Volkswagen Beetle 1941. If you enjoyed this deep dive into automotive history, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more classic and modern car reviews. Until next time, drive safe and keep the passion for cars alive.